we must that self. Dane had the greatest job. This nigga flew a world. Delicious meals, ending people with that job himself in a luxury 2,000 party over time. So too naughty like it's 99. High school that was a herb. This motherfucker's grade all the way from the hood, school with a full. From there, one of the best law schools in the was in law school, and they fell in love. Gonna get married. For Christmas, and I told my man, for late in your life, love. He married her and sadly, while he was in love, he's man had no, and that bitch took half. And then and then 2 years ago, I was some shopping trying to buy my Foot Locker. I go to Foot Locker manager. That dressed like a rep shit. Fucker is 45. Drinking that night, just trying to catch. And he told me, for like 10 years. But that's not the point of the story is, this nigga to kill himself. He's a lot. I even suggested, nigga, like Nobody's what it looks like from the out fuck's going on inside. But it's not a perfect. My shit's like an above. It's a pool. So in that spirit, show a little differently. To not particularly good at, I'm going to try some impressions. Two. All right, the first impressions, this is my impression, you ready? Of America. Constitution was being read. Here. Constitution, nigga, I'm trying to get some. It's not bad, right? The next one. I want to see who it is I'm doing an impression of. You gotta guess who it is, though. Here goes. If your life, and I've tried to take everything we'll find out. Could be today, years from now, if I find finished. Who's that? That's you. Like to me. That's why I don't be coming out, because y'all niggas is so try to entertain life. It's the worst time ever to be a someone's doomed. Michael Jackson has been dead, and this nigga has. That documentary, you don't watch. It's fucking great. I felt like baby dicks in my ears. See shit. Turns out, allegedly, likes a lump. So they said. That's how. I'm gonna say something that I'm not allowed. But fuckers, do not. Let me qualify. I am what's known as a victim blamer. Dave, Connor. I'll be like, well, Dad molested children at the time. I don't think he did it. But you know what? I mean, it's Michael. More than half the people in this fit in their lives. But it wasn't no goddamn Michael. Got a king of pop. All we get is for the rest of our lives. You know how good it must have felt to shit? How was my weekend? Michael Jackson. An experience. If I'm starving, sky's the limit. I know it seems hard to teach these kids. Things a free trip to Hawaii. Don't want to look at your butthole or something. You know why I don't believe it? Because Michael Jackson, then why? Said in an interview that Michael anything inappropriate around him. Think about. I'm not. But if I would, Macaulay Culkin's the first right now. Hey, that guy over there fucks a kid. You know how hard he. He's telling me no. I am not saying that trans women, that those pussies. I'm not saying like Beyonce. It's like pussy, but that's not quite. It's not blood. But I can't say the word. Because David not gay. I said, well, Renee, either. See, what I didn't realize I had to learn the hard way is an unspoken, and if I say it, the rule is that no matter what expression, you are never allowed. The alphabet for themselves. I'd say the letters, but I'm talking about them L's and I have friends all kinds of letters. Love everybody. I got B's and I got friends, but the T and guts. And I don't blame them. Fine. I can't about these things. I write these jokes, but I just. You know, you hear all those LBGT, LBG, one big movement. It's all those letters are there. They just travel in the same. My gift. What is this? You said or something. Go and answer your phone. Shit out of here. I'm in the middle of. He's like, and he went outside like, oh no! Oh, wasn't it? One is gay. For motherfuckers, I don't know why or how this goddamn most the transgender. Yo, yeah, that's how bad it was. These really mad about that last. Let's talk about it, because I always on with them. You know, just fucking around. Matter of fact, I think I make fun. I mean, as a group of kind of fucking hilarious, man. I've never had a hilarious predicament, sense of humor about it. Born feeling like this, born as, and that's Miss Who? That white black bitch that's in the dressed up like a nigga, shot her way up top of blackness. Just so I could understand. Have dinner with her so I could just call the fuck I identify a black lady. Stop biting. The difference between her and a trans, the difference leave transgenders. But I know, say, cut their dicks off. All the proof I need. I've seen somebody just throw their dick. I support your decision, mother. But how far go? What is Rachel willing to do that she believes us? Bitch, are you willing to invest in a mix? She didn't even change her name. Her name is Rachel. That name? For my support, you're gonna have blackest shit I've ever heard. Big Mon Green. No a blacker name than that. Shit is black on paper. If you type Dre and B, we'll log off automatically. People get. I was in Portland, Oregon, in a hotel, Charles Edward Cheese. And there was a note, it was like a letter addressed to Mr. Cheese. Obviously, I'm gonna assume it must be an intimate friend of mine. This is not a guess. But then I opened the letter. I don't know this person at all. Letter. That I have fans, and I'm grateful for fans. I don't read those letters. But realistically, it's like, I don't have time for this. It's like shit I want to do. I'm trying to chill. All these dreams and wishes from. I'd already opened it. Letter. And you know what, man? This letter. I mean, that's in the letter. And then they just to come to the show. How much fun they were having. The transgenders. Whoever wrote the letter. Now, I'm going to be real for a second. I never feel bad about say up here. I was saying, the G's are dry. Because there's white, and these people are trying to discrimination and oppression. We know these roads. In fact, we built. You buckle up, we'll get you to where you want to. Car. He's in the passenger seats. And I just know the G's don't like it. The G's no digs on them. You know what I mean? They just be like, that. In between the L's and the G's, he's in the back seat. There you go. Letter. If it's one G's agree on, are fucking gross. Hey, G's, you know what I mean? It's just, man, I'll fuck anybody in the arm, man. And sitting next away in the back seat by themselves. That's the T. And respects the T's, but resents the T. T's fault, but everyone in the car are making the say it gets on everybody's nerves. Thing bad. They should be in the back. I'm hot. The fuck? Out! Hold the window down. You know what you just said I was hot. I said, I need to use the there is not a rest states, nigga. Will you just so we can get where we're going? And just the cues up on the road. Someone on the freeway. That guy might be one of us. Hey, are you okay? You need some help? Booty shorts leaning on the window. What's going on, fellas? Comfortable in the back? Yeah. Where I'm going. I don't know if I'm gay or I'm... Oh, I really want to get in this car. And they make him get in the T's. I feel bad for T's. So confusing. All my fault. I feel like need for my jokes. Because I didn't come up with this idea of the body in a hilarious predicament. It's really fucking funny. If it happened to me, you'd laugh. That wouldn't be funny if it happened to me. What if it did? I was Chinese. Bigger body. That's not funny. I would admit this to you if I hadn't. This thing, like when I read this shit, I didn't feel bad about what I felt bad that I feel bad. I said that upset that person. It's gender jokes. I feel this joke. And it's a true joke. I mean, I had read in the paper, contemplating posing nude. You of Sports Illustrated. No, to say these things, so I say it for everybody else. Yuck. Oh, read some stats. I don't know why you're gonna cram sports page like this. Didn't think that was the place for it. Like Caitlyn Jenner's a bad for doing it. Not even mad at sports. Somebody. Mad at myself. Because deep down, I'm not strong enough to not look. I think I'm ready to see what she's trying. God damn. Bitch, you better go hard or go hard. I want you hustler style. That means I hope she spreads her lips and then the shows. I don't know what. When I read in the moments after something that America do not have money to do, I thought about how I felt. Asking, I don't think I ever directly gave. If you're writing all these jokes, problem with Trent. And the answer, absolutely. What do you guys think I am? Stand all the choices, but I do understand that life, those types of choices from a life with dignity in it. My problem has never been the people. My people. I just should not be discussed. It's fun to talk about how these people, what is America giving of any of us? And I cannot shake awful suspicion everybody is talking is because white women. That's right there. Just women that felt that was and Mexican dudes being like, inside, they'd be like, shut up now. Come on, everybody. Freaks of white privilege. Itself, why it was easier for gender than it was for Keisha's fucking name. And if I were to be, reason I ever been mad at the church is because I was at these right. I had no idea. And then the lights came up and oh no! Everybody was laughing. Star. Why didn't you? Voice, Dave Chappelle, wonderful time. I wasn't sure how you'd feel. And she said, I don't want any trouble from you. Oh, it's only, might as well finish the night. And we ended up having breakfast. Oh, great. Titties are as real as any titties. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, I was a stranger. Whoops. The black American, he was a little jealous. How the fuck are trans people in the discrimination Olympics? If the police shot as they did niggas last year, and hard street motherfuckers safe. Gangsters, transgender in Hollywood, and everybody would be scared of her. And they're a newly minted woman. Just walk around a conference table looking. Statement. Staging a person. Pull. Let's talk! If you'll be horrified, yo, nigga, our dicks off and make pussies out of this. Jackets or tattoos or something. Should I find out, nigga? Woo! Bow! They're fucking us, yeah. The third time I met OJ. I was doing great in life. Second season Chappelle Show. Those were good days. In a comedy club in Miami. Never been, but if you have, you'd know. Right on the stage. Can you imagine out of the door of the green room? Bang! Room. And I did that. Hooray! And as close as you are, saw him as soon as I came out. Recognition in his eyes, and I was. Because it was a white audience. Show went great. I said, hey! And I didn't say nothing. No, I knew he was there. And oh, how the fuck is this possible? And then I started talking. He said, telling you what I saw with my own eyes. But in my experience, one of the nicest, he was nice to me. The conversation was and wisdom. We talked for 90 minutes and then, you know what? I've got to be going again. And I'm glad things. I said, thanks, Juice. And my friends, they're new to the game. Thank you for your hospitality. And we said, good night, bro. And as soon as that nigga did that shit, I could feel like...
First guest, the funniest comedian on Dave Chappelle's Block Peaked on DVD. Please welcome... You know what I love is your reaction to 4,000.
Dude,
oh yeah,
it was quiet
time there. We got a lot seen you in a long time up too. What's Dave?
This guy, good to see you.
Yeah.
Nice track comedy.
That's one of their executives. We need the dough.
I've been and just trying.
Right.
That's right. You know, being a celebrity of getting in trouble is average person. This dude got to go out. I'll be sitting around my own. Hey man, you're Dave Chappelle. I'm like, yeah. Got 12 naked bitches in the hot air balloon.
I need to get out.
That's why I just stay in the house. And it's funny because like, but when I go home like that.
That's the thing that's important to remember is the situation, right?
Oh, Mr. Promise is back from... Did you forget Mr. Promise? And then my wife's still a little...
She's not happy with you right now?
I mean, don't think you're going to walk away and your wife's just going to be cool with you.
That's an angle.
I thought I was going to get to be anything you want to be speech and out.
No.
It was more like purple. Sound like when the doves cry.
Okay, I've known you for our show for a long time. I've been in New York. You're down-to-earth guy. You're very unaffected by all this.
I'm a little weird, but yeah, like I get it. I'm LA doing with wet clothes. I'm on TV, so I had to get some clothes to one of these nice Beverly Hills restaurant in the store, at a clothing store. But it was real baller. I look across the room. Jessica Simpson. I'm like, that's Jessica Simpson. Wait a minute. So.
Right, you could say something.
Well, that's what but it was Jessica Simpson. I said, what's going on? So I went up. I'm like. I didn't know what to say. I'm like, I was like,
Yeah.
and she was like, I know who you are. Bitch. I didn't say that to her, but I got excited. I was like, well, I'm a big fan of you, know, because that's not true. But music, I don't know her music show, you know what I mean?
Right.
Nothing like that show. I made a show about my first year. But if you're a fan,
You're a romantic.
I'm crazy about my wife. That's my wife. Well, you stop. But, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
The crazy part is, you know, hers, you'll be happy to know, when I sat back down to soup up, and this was crazy, she came up to me, it's nice to meet you. Sugar, just a little.
She gave you a kiss?
Which was crazy. I opened my mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
I had to.
Because everyone wants going on. You, while people were saying, where's he going? And then, Africa, is that true?
It wasn't like,
because the stories were, I mean, they're hearing all kinds of stuff on the news.
I mean, first I went in, I tell you this, like when first time you have this old home, which is true, it feels like home. I think after there's a McDonald's in the airport. So I got but then it was like, I was in Africa, hearing all the stories like comedian dating institution and South, like, man, I must be losing my, because I thought this was, you know, I mean, it was just
gone crazy, which, right, you know, and
you don't want me to talk about, so they'll call me crazy. They get called crazy at first, and then now I feel free. I want to do it when they already call me. I can't hold myself accountable. I'm crazy. I can't.
Yeah. What I mean, what was there a reason that you just?
A few reasons, but if you a black dude trying to place, it's a. I was.
It's like I'm gonna go to argy bargy.
I had a good time. Africa was the people, and like I was the problems, and they listened like. So they just listened to the show and felt like people down. I don't know, I just had to get out of this $50 million, this whole. And they was, hey, you brother. I said, that's how I be doing, man. They said, we have just get through things like this. One thing, when you go, and I said, what? And he said, today. Just grow up, get set.
You know,
get over. And, you know, but it was what you call it, a growing experience. You know.
And it does get too heavy, but it does feel like a little bit, you know?
Sure.
That'll be the clip they use on the news. He's lost his... He's gone crazy. I'm going to mention this party by Michelle Gunter. Out on DVD, and it's going to be available 13th. And I got to tell you, it is a real pleasure on the show. I say it's a real pleasure to have. But I wrote you a little note. Chappelle, I wrote you a little note and said I'll be there. And
hey, thank you, man.
Happy to have you. You're like the guy we.
It's my pleasure. And I said yes, but do you know that tonight and time on the show? Your show more. Thanks for having me, man. It's always.
It's coming up. We'll take a break.
I am not saying that trans women. I am that those pussies that. I'm not saying like beyond. It's like pussy, but that's not quite. It's not blood. It's high school. This nigga probably got a baby on, nigga. Just get that to something important. Wouldn't it be funny if we made fun of like, hello? Mama's dead. Mama's dead. That's a weird time phone call. It's like his phone. You can't say the word and David, you gay. Well, Renee. I didn't realize at the time, hard way is we were breaking a spoken rule of show. I say it, you'll know that I'm telling you that no matter what you do, you are never allowed to the alphabet. You know who I mean. Those people that took tests. Letters, but I don't want to it's too late. Them L's and them B's and the T. People all kinds of letters. Everybody, I got friends who are L, and I got friends who are G. The T's hate. Don't blame them. It's not their can't stop. Jokes, but I just can't stop. All those letters together, T, L, B, G, T, and movement. It's not.
They know we know the law. Every qualified paralegal and shit.
even start to do something wrong all day. Nigga, don't do that. That's fine. Well, we know the law. Got Chip didn't even know it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm just that. All them too. Broke into my house once. It's a good one. The house is too nice. It ain't a real nice house, but it's still here. Oh. Johnson. Saw this once before when I was a rookie. Apparently this nigga broke in everywhere. The sprinkles.
Taking it too far. I don't know why everybody got this. Who hates me the most? I mean, I didn't realize how bad. I was really mad about it. I don't know what to do about it. Them. Never had a problem with them. Just fucking them. As a matter of fact, I have to admit, it's kind of fucked, bro. It's like somebody in such a hilarious, not have a sense of humor. They're born other than they're born as. You know, like, not happening to you. It's like that white black Rachel Dozer. But then she very top of black. I just wanted to meet her just so I just wanted to like have dinner with her. Her face. Talking about I identify trans talk, lady. Stop biting. There's a big difference between her and transes. I believe trans. I understand them either, but I mean what they say. And them niggas cut they dick. That's all the proof. I've never seen somebody don't need it. I believe you and I support you. Rachel willing to go. What is Rachel? Blacks can believe that she's one of us. In your house probably won't work out. She didn't name. Her name can't believe in that name. If you want my support name to the blackest shit, change your name to Draymond Green. I don't know a blacker. That shit is black. If you in the Airbnb, that shit will log off. Bro, thing I say. I was in Portland and I was checked in under the name Charles Edward. I came back on my desk. It was addressed to me. So obviously I wrote this letter. It must be an intimate that a person would just guess. And it turns out, I don't know, it's a fan letter. Used to the idea that I fought. And even though I'm great, I don't read the... It'd be nice if I did, but really, my Santa Claus, nigga, I don't have to... Got shit I want to do. Read all these dreams. But I read it. I just read the whole letter. And whoever wrote this letter loves me. Really fucking nice in the letter. I mean, what it was like to come to this word. How much fun they... And then they said, my jokes about transgender, they were, quote, stated. Turns out that whoever wrote the agenda, now I'm going to understand, I never anything I say up here. Brutality thing is a time when only minorities really. I'm not gonna say white people didn't believe it. You're a little skeptical. I mean, I don't even knew it was true. And in the Newsweek, white people are like, honey, apparently the police are hotcakes. It's in the May issue. And really, how could you know though? I'm a little suspicious. Just a little suspicious. Person in police fine. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Crack on themselves. Nobody would do it. No mysteries. Man, I don't want for anything, even because they tape those phone calls. I see the shows, they tape television. That's fucked up. Now I'll say anything if I'm on my own. If I put news, I'm dead. I can't explain myself. We have Reg Chapman on the scene. What's going on? It always takes a guy on the scene. Hi, Bob. Hi. Got hold of a copy of Dave Frantic. Not she call. Remember, which is
emergency.
Help! Help, motherfucker! They're coming to get.
Are you?
Oh. I can't stop crying.
they play them today. This will be at my funeral looking at me.
Shit on himself right before.
And started crying like a bitch. And my guess is the G's are driving that. Because there's white men in and these people are trying to get around in oppression, and you know how white these roads.
In fact, we built these roads. But we'll get you to where you want to go. So the passenger seat. No, the G's don't like them that much. And the G's always on them. It's unnecessary. Just be like. The only L's and G's seat. Everybody's. If it's one thing to agree on, it's fucking gross. They seem to me. They're just sitting in the back. I'll fuck anybody in this car. And sitting next to the back seat by themselves. That's the T's. Everybody's the T's, but resents the T's. Fault, but everyone in the car just feels are making the trip take. It's on everybody's nerves. And then they just be in the back talking to them. I'm hot. Shut up, okay? So damn, you. What? Just said I was hot. I need to use the restroom. There is not a restroom. Nigga, will you can get where we're going?
The 22nd Mark Twain Prize Day.
I gave you this new prize I'm keeping.
It was Bradley Cooper, and it was just like, it's such great advice to live your life as a professional. You need to do, like, stay focused. It gave me a lot of motivation.
I'm like looking at I feel like just you. If I could go back, I would tell you guys, be nice and don't be nice. You guys have that you can trust one another. Mad at each other, doesn't. But remember, with some of these people, I promise you, we have to get through this. Very grateful you did. That's good. Last night, whoever was playing, man, repping at the Kennedy was an honor. Like, but I got all like teary-eyed. I had grills, and you can't cry with. Hey, where you play? Let me hear you on. It's on keys. Vote for you both. First on the keys. Thing you feel. Nice hand. Ah. Guys, man, you have no idea personally. Same about it. I hope you guys can, but I'm very proud. And I'll see you in a second.
It from outside of myself. I'm a nervous, so I got encouragement. But when there's, you have to dig and you're good enough. Go out there and you walk to the stage and you say, where you at, killer? There you go. Dressed like that.
The work that we putting into it is love into it. So I'm continue to keep putting that love and use that plight in the world to inspire, go through the times of have it at the level you want it. You keep working at the craft. That belief is that.
All right, y'all know who he is. This is the baddest radical.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all know. Left side, right here. Left side, yeah. In the middle.
That's right.
Greedy.
thank Mr. Davis for dropping jewelry.
In addition to giving, and I don't give out too many of them, October 2019 and from now on, day in Washington, D.C.
Yo, because my own proclaim and my own, this is what I suggest. Now on October, everybody in honor of me, Wellington, skip school.
Place of rates of Mr. Chappelle, but we shine as a form of inspiration. But it was a very important place to live. That was a
this school to arts education for them to see somebody who's gone on to great success where he came from and continue will hopefully not success, but will also to the community that they deserve.
Very gift for Dave for the students at L. We'll never forget being introduced this alum base of art and culture, but also to masters in the cared enough to generation of artists. It was an awesome, and our students will.
And just know that I'm honored that I went to this school too, and I'm very.
Time for the blacks. These are not, you know what I'm talking about, right? Are killing us again. Circumstances, because we were doing very, America has all agreed that that's the truth. Agree that hot seat by African Americans in general, men in particular. Although I can see that the seat has been occupied by the black Americans would like sacrifice and the break. Do the goddamn break. But at least I can leave my backpack. You Arab and forget the backpacks, blow your shit up. On the terrorist charts. ISIS is, because if ISIS came to cut your head off, I've seen them do it on you. It was fucking awful. My God. How is this guy cutting people? I can't even post a dish decapitating people. You think harder than Arabs and harder than Mexicans, you know who has fat black people? It's hard for what I'm saying is very true. Black people have a really rough things kill white people, but anything more than police and terror, regular heroes and shit, and meanwhile, I'll stop talking about it. Let me just say this. Can we all just say that we see eyes? It's like when I got through that, I was surprised. I've been in show business expecting this banana. I knew one of these nights, it's like these nice niggas. It starts with the name calling. Paula Deen, remember Paula Deen? If you know, it is really hard to get Food Network. Drop that bitch like a hot potato. All because she calls 30 years before she had, I don't know who she said it to. Her like, I'm gonna get you. Came back 30 years later like and sunk a battleship. And but we weren't like that, man. Just like, well, nigga, when that's not fair. I think more serious on the Clippers and on a secretly recorded some very African Americans. Listening to that for all of us. The lesson is, and white and red, great country, what tell your black girl. That's who made the tape. But at all that shit. And the tape was stop bringing these points. First of all, you're gonna have a game without us. But it turned, was speaking of, was Magic Johnson there. Never even mentioned AIDS, which is, this guy must be really raped. AIDS is the footnote. Well, you gotta be cola. That girl, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, damned hero. Because you might have told, but now you can see it all that over doubt. That shit, she really took one for the team. That's really gross. So, wars on it, civil depression, fucking from 40s rape. This is a very old man, the old penis. All that shit is still, like, name calling black man, that's not gonna do about that. Like, if I went to Ku Klux Klan, their head, what do you think, I'm like Kentucky Fried Chicken? Straight to the front. Hey, man, I don't give a fuck on a biscuit with that neck. I thought to. Chop, you know what it is. But I'm not gonna be mad. He's the one that's got, not me. Well, how about this? What if Austin and I had a in Austin? As a matter of fact, it's necessary. But that's my girlfriend at home wouldn't of us do. Maybe she's butt down on one knee, give me a job. And she's really getting her obliques dick. So she's like, really feel, I think I'm gonna come. I know, that's a tough one. But what? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm busting that nut. Ethics later. But I'm what they call, if I say I'm coming, oh, I'm coming. I don't give a fuck what happens. If I say I'm coming, it just doesn't mean I like it. Tough time for the blacks. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'll leave that for Chris Rock.
30 years.
Yeah, man, you know. So my son, my young man, that's how I'm 40. And I think all me at that time and what it was like, and that's what very natural, even though it was not. I mean, but I'm just grateful to do something like this for 30. I gotta be one of lucky. I don't know that I've ever really any other job.
First TV development deal.
My mother and I was the first person in my go to college that had not been. Right. So I was, and graduation, had my dad come and talk, takes me outside, and he's some advice that applies. He says, to be an actor, lonely life. Make it, and you might. And I said, depends on what making it is there. Smart-ass kid. Yeah. Depends what do you mean? I said, if I can make it, I think that's better. And he said, if you keep that attitude, name your price. Beginning. Expensive than the price out of there.
Lawrence was in that chair.
I love that dude.
I believe. How do you feel about him?
Martin Lawrence is the guy that's from D.C. to Hollywood. And stake in his success. It made me feel good. And he was always there. What's going on with you, baby boy? Talk about comedy. And streak, we were promoting it. Stroke. I saw him, and I was like, oh, are you okay? And he's the best sleep I ever got in my life. How tough he is. What is happening in that a guy that tough, waving a gun, trying to kill me? Yeah. Why is why does Mariah Carey take her clothes off on TRL and cannot talk to you? Ain't no weak people. What's happening in Hollywood? The worst crazy is dismissing. I don't understand this person. That's bullshit. Wrong people. Is a little sick. You always tell a lot of jokes, white people. And I know there's what's tonight. Good evening, whites. Terrorists or to be felt. Implication is authority figures. When I say joke, don't that I'm talking. Forget I almost had 50 million money in America. They'll pull back, introduce you to the real. You guys just.
Chappelle. A person who is to respect, agree with anything of what the elder, respect the elder.
Bigger than money, though, Dave.
Oh, no, it was bigger than money. Watched one of these nature shows, and they were talking about how finds water. And they do, I didn't know this, apparently bad. Okay. So they put a hole. The bab his hand in the hole, grabs his hand bigger, and his hand out. That be with a salt. Salt. Then the bushman throws him in the cage, and then the bushman lets him out of the cage and runs to his water, and they both drink to their fill. Now I felt like the bad boy, have to let go of the salt.
Veteran of comedy, people look for that we as a man. I know you take that on you, that people look for you for truth.
It's a symptom of just how corrupt our society is. Right, they look into our entertainers. But when things artists do, sometimes it's not like they hear their truth. It's like, why don't you know what I mean? I don't look at it as a responsibility of this genre. And special about our genre and this is that it's very engaging. And I think in this people need guys that say some things that do. For all the things that I'm known for, what I career that insane, $50 million, and it's flipped and walked away. South Africa, everyone, that is not true. I still want that money. I wanted to just share with you guys, sometimes you do
Nobody understands it. I heard it was someone told me he used to company in D.C. Statistics Force started doing South African government job. Between him and his, it's hard for a man when he can't provide to. And a generation later, when I was able to go to a and get away. This idea that what time informs the after you was something like it's so much best ourselves. I just want you guys to remember there's this thing where they used to be. This idea are trying to replace the idea with better, and that is incorrect. You gotta keep your ethics compass. The person that only is the easiest control. They are apes that just find, but the one good and bad in a maze.
You don't do many sit-down. Why is that?
An answer depends on the day, ever. Opinions about things can change. Record. Because someone can look at them and say, for that that's the crow you engage the press. And that, so I don't want to blather, you know what I mean? I'd rather just do it.
For this, I don't even want this. I promise you, ever cares the most, release as much as what I got. Tell you something. Have you ever worked all year and have it not work out? It happened to me. It was tough. I was gone 12 years. I had a little bit of time. Hell, I watched I watched the world. I mourned, and after a while, didn't care. It was terrifying. I understand what I am more than anybody. History, I'll be dead at. I dream of a face. True. But this boy, 30, I could think of any night. Every night, they're all looking up. Deal what the world looks like. Different races, all different. Just looking at me, smiling. Years, night after night. No comedian. I swear to God, noble is a profession. At a bar that I love, it's a job you can have and you know. You can use more than you think. You don't be afraid, bitch ass niggas button you. Say it anyway.
First, right around before, because I was supposed to play, and then I kind of got right. That kid, not playing that role.
But that is satisfied your way.
Dave is so much like Dave is the most, maybe the most ever.
Took his foot. The whole time. Healing during their national anthem. That's a brittle spirit. That's right, nigga. How you doing, nigga?
He stretched the art form, his impact on the culture. He is the voice of question. Nobody's even.
To learn, and that's what Dave Chappelle, wonderful friend and mentor. Chappelle said to me, we were with Radio City together, and I was on. He said to me, I tell these, because I was like, I'm going to do like Dave, what am I even doing here? And I said, I don't even know if I'm nice. And I think I'm a really, said, look, man, he said, you're not here because you're funny. Funny motherfuckers out there. Because you're interesting. You're funny. Not everybody can make an audience listen. Not everyone has a wealth of life who want to know minds. And so that silence. And so now, listening.
That is a great piece of it for anybody. Right. Now, the thing that identified it is,
he's interesting.
And he is an
interesting man I've ever met. That's Dave Chappelle. People are funny stand-up comedians all over the world. What makes Dave Chappelle that he is interesting is the world between them.
All jokes aside, Kevin Spacey shouldn't have done that. He's 14 years old. Forced to carry for Jesus Christ. He went that one. If he were able to carry that, I would.
I've been in this business that guys now. Always blows my mind, older than Dave Chappelle, because he came in. So I have 10 years on me, or 15, and just when I literally been doing this, it's longer than me. And the react 6 years longer than I have. It's been amazing. What I love too is he's that same with getting offended, all of this. He hasn't changed at all. He's just like way back in the comedy club, like 2 a.m, start murdering at 2. Remember, I used to always sit there going, how are you that funny at 2 a.m? That gave up on the and they're tired and they just steps on stage, boom,
Dave's a beast, man. It puts a little fear in my heart. What's he doing?
Do you study?
Totally. I follow him. I'm like, Prince Paul always says, in condition. True. So yeah, that's my man.
The real special shout out I got of Impossible on any level. Mother. My mom put this woman through. If you had just given birth, more than enough. But raised me and raised me well. Tradition in our house. I knew the little boy. A griot was a person who's charged with keepage. Everyone stories, and they would remember them all generations. And when they got over to someone else, when a griot library was burnt, and my mother used to tell me before, she said, you should be a griot. She'd fill me with she's educated now. She would let me understand, that I'm being raised in an environment that I was 14 years old, mastering in a diet. Crack, mother would hear gunshots out, maybe it's my son. If you remember, Mommy, she'd do a feed back there, falling asleep. She would watch my show along that car ride. Ever heard your mother say, too much tonight, son? Soft kid. I'd cry easy, and my mother used to know if you remember, but you said this to son, sometime, so you can really this shit like a lion. Not afraid of any of you. I will gab just so and that's why I understand every practitioner. I know where they're coming, got something to say. There's something to be understood genre. It's good people.